Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to continue with the journal entries. We have already started the journal entry, and in the beginning of the classes, I explained you the concepts about that. In the second class that I have uploaded in the YouTube, that is related to the basic journal entries. And today we are going to extend that with some more entries. Okay, so let's see some of the sums. I'll explain you with the help of the PowerPoint presentation. And as I explain you, we'll be learning about the different accounts. We'll be learning about the uh, application of that. But we have already learned actually that we'll be applying once again, and we'll be revising those things with some more extra transactions. So let's start. So in this particular transaction, okay, we can see that what is asked here. Okay, before that, what is the heading? Past journal entries in the books of Messrs. Ramchandra. Means Ramchandra is the name of a owner, and we are going to pass journal entries in his book. I'll only give the journal entries over here. You have to note it down in your journal entry format that I have already explained to you all. Now let's start. So what is given here? The first transaction: started business with cash, rupees 1 lakh, building rupees 2 lakh, and furniture 40,000. So first thing what you have to do, you have to understand the transaction, then underline the items, then find the account to which the item belongs. Then fourth, what is the rule of debit and credit for that particular account, and at last apply the rule and give the journal entry. So we will go accordingly. So first of all, we'll understand what is the meaning of this transaction. It is told that Ramchandra has started business, and how he has started: with money, that is cash, rupees 1 lakh. His building was there at the time of starting the business of rupees 2 lakh, and the furniture was there of 40,000. Okay, now I have already told you earlier also that whatever contribution the owner is making, in a business, that will be taken as a capital, right? That will be taken combinedly as a capital, right? So let's find what are the items here. Transaction is clear. Let's find out the items. So we can see that started business with what he has started with: cash. So first thing we got is cash, right? We have got is cash. Then we have got building, the second item, and the third item we have got is furniture, right? These are the three items, and along with these, what are we getting? The thing that we are getting is capital account, or you can say Ramchandra's capital account, right? That is also another item, Ramchandra's capital account. So total of how many items we got? Total of 4 items. Once we have got the items, okay, once we are decided with the items, what will we do? We will find out to which account it belongs. Okay, one by one we'll go and we'll find out to which account it belongs. So what I will do is that I will write all the items name here so that it is easy for you to understand. Okay, first is cash, then building, then we have got capital, then furniture, then capital, right? So all these items we have got from this particular transaction, isn't it? Now what we will do is that one by one we will find out what is our third step: to find out the account, to which account cash belongs. So we all know cash is our asset, right? And all asset belongs to real account. So cash is also a real account. Clear? Cash is also a real account. Next, building. Building is also our property, and all property belongs to real account. So building is also a real account, right? Then furniture. Furniture is also our asset, so it also belongs to real account. Now property and asset is the same thing. Okay, don't get confused. So furniture also belongs to the real account. Now capital. we all know capital is a personal account because it is relating to the owner's account. So personal account, capital is personal account. Okay, first we have read the transaction. Second, we have found out the items. Third, we have found out the group of the particular account. Now third, after the third transaction or after the third step, what we are going to do, we have to find out what is the rule of that particular account. So real account rule, what is the rule for real account? Debit what comes in. Okay, whatever that comes in the business will be debit, whatever goes from the business will be credit. Okay, so we can see that Ram has started business. That means he is bringing in cash. He is bringing cash in the business. So cash is coming in the business. So cash is coming in. So comes in, we know it is debit, right? So cash will be debit. Comes in, debit. Is it clear? So then after that next one, building. In case of building, we all know building is a real account and real account rule same. What is the real account rule? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So building is also coming in the business, comes in. It is adding to the business, right? Adding in the business. So it is coming in the business. Okay, so it will not move and come. It is there in its place, but now it is coming in the account of the book. So for business, it is coming in. So comes in debit. Okay, clear? Then comes the next item, that is furniture. Now we all know furniture is a real account. We have already found out. So now furniture, real account. What is the rule? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So again, debit what comes in, credit what goes out means whatever comes in will be debit. So we can see that furniture is also coming in, right? So comes in, it will also be debit. Is it clear? So this will also be debit. Now next comes building. Okay, building is over. Next comes the capital. So capital belongs to personal account, and personal account rule says that debit the receiver, credit the giver. Okay, debit the receiver, whoever is receiving the thing will be debit, whoever giving the thing will be credit. So capital belongs to whose account? Owner account. And owner, what he is doing with the business, we have to relate with the business every time, right? So with the business, he is giving the things in the business. He is a giver, right? So he is a giver. Giver will be credit. Okay, and how much amount of things he is giving? He is giving, remember that he is giving cash 1 lakh, building 2 lakh, and furniture 40,000. That means total he is giving 3,40,000 rupees. So he is a giver of 3,40,000. Clear? Now we can go with the fifth step. What is our fifth step? Fifth step is journal entry. So what will be the journal entry? Very simple. All the debit items we are going to write first, and then we are going to write the credit item. So what are the debit item one by one? Cash account, debit, right? Cash account debit, how much? 1 lakh. Then building account debit, all the debit items. Building account debit, all the debit should be written in the same line. Okay, 2 lakh. Write all the figures in the same line. Okay, it should be written in the same line. Then comes furniture account debit. It is also debit, right? How much? 40,000. Right? Then what we are crediting? It is capital, right? So how to credit the capital? We all know little bit space you will be giving, and then you will write with 2, starting with 2 capital account. You can write down Ram's capital account also, that is also correct. Okay, so how much is the capital account? The combination of all the contribution. So what is the combination of the contribution? It is 3,40,000. Okay, then comes the narration. What is the narration? The narration says that the narration, what does it say? It says the summary of the transaction. That is, starting with being, we are going to write being. What happened here? Started the business, right? Being business started, right? You can add it up in a more spicy way, like writing in this way, that started business with cash, building and furniture. Okay, likewise you can add it up so that you can so that it will reflect in a more nice way. You can do that. That's not an issue. You can do as it is, as you like it. Okay, so that is totally your choice. So this is how your transaction will appear. Let me change the color so that it is looking good for you all to understand easily. Right, let it do without any color. Fine. So it is looking good. Okay, now. So this is the transaction. How you are going to make it clear. Now let's go to another transaction. What is given here? In this particular transaction, it is told that what is told? Opened a bank account with SBI rupees 40,000. Okay, so we have understood the meaning. What is the meaning? That means Ramchandra has opened a bank account, that is for the business itself. Okay, for the business, he has opened a bank account with SBI. And what is the amount? 40,000, right? So what are the items are you getting here? That is, first is bank account with SBI. For that, you will write down bank. Okay, and another thing what you are getting is that cash, this particular money, cash. So what are the items are you getting from here? One is the, as you can write down like this, SBI bank account, or you can write down only bank account. That's not a problem. Bank account, or you can write down bank account with SBI or SBI account, anything. Okay, bank account, and the other one is cash account. Okay, one is the bank account, other one is cash account. Now let's find out what is there in case of bank account. And once we have got the item, what you will do is that you will find the main account. In case of bank account, what is the main account? Bank is a State Bank is a name of a artificial personal account, right? So artificial personal account, that means bank belongs to personal account, right? Bank belongs to personal account. And cash belongs to, it is our asset, right? So cash is our asset. Asset is a real account, isn't it? Okay, so now personal account. In case of personal account, what do we find out? What do we get the rule? The rule says that debit, the receiver who will receive will be debit, and credit the giver, isn't it? So if I open a bank account, I will give the money to the bank, right? I will give the money to the bank. So if I give the money to the bank, so bank is a receiver, right? So bank will be receiver, receiver, debit, isn't it? Bank receiver, receiver will be debit. So what will happen? What is happening here? Bank is a receiver, so he is debited. Now after that, what will happen? Next one, that is cash. Cash is a real account, and we all know real account belongs to. Sorry, what is the rule for real account? Real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So debit what comes in, credit what goes out. That means what? Cash is coming in or going out, you have to find out. So what is happening here? Cash is going out, right? Cash is going out from the business, goes out, right? Cash is going out, goes out will be credit. So that means goes out will be credit. Okay, is it clear everyone? Goes out will be credit, and here bank is a receiver, so debit. So the journal entry will be, what will be the journal entry now? The journal entry, very simple. First you write down debit, that is bank account debit. You can write down State Bank account, okay, no problem. Bank account debit, how much? 40,000. then giving little space to cash account. How much? 40,000, right? Okay, so what will be the narration now? Narration means what will be narrating this particular action, that is narration. So what is going to narrate it? Being bank account opened, right? Clear, everyone? Okay, very good. Okay, is it clear now? There's some interruption because of some work going on in my neighbor. Okay, so we will continue with the next transaction now. That is purchase from Mohan Traders. Okay, so what do you understand by the transaction? Let's see first. Purchase from Mohan Traders, that means we are purchasing from Mohan Trader. What are we purchasing? Goods. That is, we are purchasing goods from Mohan Traders worth rupees 40,000, and what is told that out of which 25,000 was on credit. That means out of the total price 25,000 was of credit. Credit means he has offered at credit means what? Baki pe diya hai, udhar pe. That means we are going to pay him later on, not now, right? That is, the payment will be made on a later date. Now whenever you get such a situation, what you have to do is that you have to know whether the transaction is cash transaction or credit transaction. Okay, now what is given here? What is told here? It is told that out of which 25,000 was on credit. It is mentioned. That means 25,000 rupees you are going to pay him later, and rest 15,000, that is 40,000 minus 25,000, that is 15,000 rupees you have already paid. Okay, clear? So you should remember that whenever in a transaction, let me write it for you all. Whenever in a transaction, the name of the buyer or seller is given and it is not mentioned whether the transaction is cash or credit. Okay, whenever in transaction the name of the buyer or seller is given and it is not mentioned whether the transaction is cash or credit, it is taken as credit transaction. Okay, क्यों? क्योंकि अगर नाम दिया हुआ है मतलब क्या, दुकानदार कब तुम्हारा नाम लिख के रखेगा? When you will write your name? When you have not paid the money, right? So very simple. That is why if the name is given and it is not mentioned whether it is a cash transaction or credit transaction, then you will take it as credit transaction, because it will signify that you have not paid the money. Okay, that is, it is a credit transaction. Understood? So you should remember this is a very important point. Okay, just a minute, let me highlight it so that you can understand it. Okay, just make a note of that. And so what are we able to see here in this particular transaction? The name of the seller is given, that is Mohan Traders. He is a seller, he is selling to us, so he is a seller, his name is given, and it is not mentioned exactly what is what is the cash or credit. So it will be taken as credit, but later on it is mentioned that in the second part it is mentioned that 25,000 is credit, so we will take only 25,000 as credit. In some of the transaction it is not mentioned. Okay, sometimes it is not mentioned, then you have to understand accordingly. Okay, and if it is mentioned, like here it is mentioned, then according to the words of the transaction you have to do it, right? So let's find out the transaction items first. What are the items? First is Mohan Traders, isn't it? First is Mohan Traders. Then goods sold worth rupees 40,000. So second thing we have got is goods. Okay, I'll differentiate it different color so that it will be easy for you to understand. One is Mohan Trader, the next one is goods. Okay, and after that it is told that 25,000 was credit, right? We will not take whole 40,000 at a time. This 40,000 is nothing but the goods. Okay, but it is told that 25,000 was credit. That means what is the cash? What is the cash transaction? What is the cash transaction? Cash is rupees 15,000, right? 15,000. So another item what we got is cash. Clear, everyone? Another class what we got is cash. So what are the items are we getting from here? First one, Messrs. Mohan Traders. Okay. Then we are getting goods. So since we are purchasing, so we will take it purchases account, because when we purchase goods, we take it purchases account. When we sell goods, we take a sales account, right? So it will be purchases account, and after that, what is the item? Cash. So cash account. Now let me mention you the amount also. So you try to understand what is the cash amount of transaction is in this particular transaction. It is 15,000, right? So 15,000 is the cash transaction. What is the total purchase? Total purchase is 40,000. And Mohan Trader means how much we are going to write on Mohan's Trader's name. Mohan's Traders will be written on the name of credit. मतलब उसके नाम पे कब लिखोगे? जब इतना पैसा मुझे उसको देना है. I am supposed to pay certain amount of money to Mohan Traders. Okay. So how much will I take him? How much I will have to pay to Mohan Traders? 25,000. Right? Still I have to pay him 25,000. So 25,000 is the amount of money I am going to record on name of Mohan Traders. So let's find out the account one by one. Now Mohan Trader is a business organization. So it is a artificial personal account. Okay, it's a personal account. Then comes purchase. Purchases is a nominal account because it relates to regular buying and selling of goods. Okay, or regular expenses. Then cash. Cash we all know it's our property. It's a real account. Okay. Now one by one. So what is written about Mohan Trader? Mohan Trader is a personal account, and now we will find out what is the rule. Debit, the receiver, credit, the giver. This is the rule for personal account, isn't it? So debit, the receiver, and credit, the giver. So Mohan Trader, is he a receiver or giver? He is a giver, right? So giver will be, exactly, giver will be credit. Very good. That is credit. So Mohan will be, Messrs. Mohan Trader will be credit. Now comes to purchase. Purchase is a nominal account. So nominal account we have to know. All income, expense, all income will be credit. All expenses will be debit. Isn't it? What was the rule? Debit all losses and expenses. Credit all gains and income. So purchase is a nothing but expense. Expenses. So expenses will be debit, right? Expenses will be debit. And now comes the real account. In real account, what has happened? Real account, what is the rule? Debit, the receiver, credit, sorry, debit, what comes in, credit, what goes out, isn't it? Real account, debit, what comes in, credit, what goes out. So real account, what is the rule? Debit, what comes in, credit, what goes out. So cash is coming or going out? Exactly, it is going out. So it goes out, right? Goes out from the business, so goes out will be credit. Clear, everyone? So this is the outcome of this particular transaction. Now how you are going to post a journal entry on that? Very simple. Write down the debit first. What is the debit? Purchases account debit. What is the purchase account? 40,000. Then the credit one. What is in the credit? We will start with 2, right? So before that, let's see what is the credit. It is Messrs. Mohan Trader. So Messrs Mohan Traders. Okay, account. How much will be Messrs Mohan Traders account? It is 25,000. And then comes the cash. So last one, that is cash account. How much? Cash is 15,000. Okay, there should be a differentiation between the debit column and credit column, right? Then after that you have to write it a summary of the transaction, that is what has happened. Being goods purchased, being goods purchased, you can summarize or you can write in elaborating it. Being goods purchased in cash and credit, right? Being goods purchased on cash and credit. Okay, clear everyone? Okay, fine. Now we will go to the next transaction. So what is given here? It is given that goods sold to Sundar rupees 5,000. Very simple. What is the meaning of this? We are selling goods to Sundar, isn't it? Clear? Now we have to try to understand the meaning first. If we are selling goods to Sundar, then the name is given. Just now I told, if the name of a buyer or seller is given and it is not mentioned whether it is a cash or credit, like here the name is given, Sundar, the name is given and it is not mentioned, see, whether it is a cash transaction, whether it is told for cash, it is not told. For credit, it is not told. If nothing is told, then you are going to take it as credit transaction, right? You have to take this one as credit transaction. Credit मतलब उधार पे हुआ है, उधार पे बेचा है हम लोगों ने. So जब भी उधार पे बेचोगे क्या होगा? जिसको बेचे हो उसको नाम उसका नाम लिख के रखोगे, right? You will write the name of the person on whose name you have sold it, right? Clear? So what will be the item here one by one? First is sold goods. So for sold goods, what do we take? Exactly, sales account. I have already told you. Very good. So sales account. And what is the other name? That is, other one is Sundar. We will not take cash. Okay, other one is Sundar. We will not take cash. Why will not take cash? Because cash is not moving here. There is no movement of cash. I am selling to Sundar. Sundar is taking the goods. That's all. He is not paying anything to me, right? So there is no movement for cash. So what are you getting here? One is sales account, one is Sundar. So sales belongs to nominal account because it is relating to income and expenses. So nominal account, and Sundar is a person, right? So artificial, no, he's not an artificial personal account. Sundar is a natural personal account. So we all know the same rule is applicable for personal, artificial personal or natural personal account. So we'll take him as personal account. Clear? So Sundar is a personal account and sales is a nominal account. Now, what is the rule for nominal account? So nominal account, the rule says that debit losses and expenses, credit gains and income. That means what? All the debit will include debit losses and expenses, means all the debit will include all loss, all expenses. Credit gains and income means credit will include all gain, all income, whatever income you get. So if you sell goods, although you are not getting the money now, but it is an income for you, you will get the money after a few days, right? So income will be credit, right? Income, credit. Everyone clear? So then next comes Sundar, that is a personal account. The rule is debit the receiver, credit the giver, right? So if I am selling goods to Sundar, Sundar is a receiver, right? I am selling goods to Sundar, receiver will be debit. Everyone clear? Okay, so this is how the things appear. Now what is the transaction saying? Just a minute. Okay, so let's come to the next portion, that is what is the journal entry now. Out of this, what journal entry can we derive? We can say that Sundar will be debit, right? So I told you, if you want to write, if you want to add up account with the personal name, that is the name of person, then you should use apostrophe s, or else you can just write down Sundar. Okay, there's no problem. Sundar debit how much? 5,000. 5,000 amount of goods, right? To sales account. How much? 5,000. Okay, then the narration comes in this way: being the goods sold. Clear? This is how your transaction will appear. Okay, that's all. Now hopefully this is clear. Okay, now we will go to the next transaction, that is payment. Point number 5, or transaction number 5, payment made to Messrs Mohan Trader. We are making payment to Mohan Trader, rupees 25,000 in full settlement. Try to understand the meaning of that. Full settlement का मतलब होता है कि मैंने पूरा पेमेंट कर दिया है, पूरा पेमेंट कर दिया है, लेकिन पूरे पेमेंट में कुछ पैसा कम दिया है. ओके, पूरा सेटलमेंट हो गया है, मतलब पूरा पूरी मैंने उसका पेमेंट खत्म कर दिया है, लेकिन कुछ पैसा कम दिया है. It will happen when the person is giving you or offering you discount. Okay, that is called a situation of discount. Okay, if I give less money, I have received the discount, so that is called discount received. And if I take less money, then it is called discount allowed. Okay, so let's come to the practical now. Try to understand what we have done. We are making payment to Mohanlal rupees 24,000 in full settlement. Whenever you find the word full settlement, immediately you find out the transaction related to it, what is given there. You can see that in transaction number 3, what is told, purchase from Mohan Trader was 40,000, out of which 25,000 was on credit. That means I was supposed to pay how much? 25,000 rupees to Mohan. And how much I am paying him now? 24,000 in full settlement. Isn't it clear? Very good. Now let's find out what are the items. So what are the items are we getting here? It is Messrs Mohan Lal. Sorry, Mohan Traders. It is Messrs Mohan Traders. Then we have got cash because the payment is being made, so cash account is there. And we have got a hidden account. The name of the hidden account is discount account, discount received account. Try to understand the meaning of it. How discount received account? Because we are paying him less. So if we are paying him less, that means we are receiving discount, isn't it? So what are the items you got? One is Mohanlal, one was cash. How did you understand? Because the word payment is there. This payment word will help you to understand whether the money is moving or not. Okay, in the earlier transaction there was no payment, you can just see just sold goods was there, right? But in this transaction it is told that, the payment was made, so there is a movement for cash, okay. So what are the items you got? One was Mohan Trader, then was cash, then was discount received, right? So this is what you have got from the transaction. Now let's find out what are the groups for that. So Mohan Trader belongs to personal account, isn't it? So Mohan Trader is a personal account. Then comes cash. Cash is a real account. We all know that. Now we are very habituated with that. Now discount received. Discount is a nominal item. Why? Because it is relating to regular income and expenses of the business. That is why it is nominal account. It can be income, it can be expenses. Okay, clear? Now let's come to the meaning of rules of the particular transaction. What is the rule for the transaction? So what is the rule? Now personal account, what it is saying, Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Now assume that I am making payment to Mohan, Messrs. Mohan Traders. So Mohan Trader is a receiver, isn't it? He is a receiver. Mohan Trader is a receiver, and receiver will be debit. Clear, everyone? Mohan Trader is a receiver, and receiver will be credit. Okay. Likewise, this is also that is, cash is also relating to a real account. And what is the rule for real account? Real account rule says that debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So if I make payment, it will be goes out, because money is going out, right? So going out, it will be credit. Is it clear, everyone? Going out will be credit. So what will be the outcome of that? Cash account is going to be credited. Clear? Now comes the discount received account. Now discount received is a nominal account. What is the rule for nominal account? Debit losses and expenses, credit gains and income. मतलब इनकम होगा तो क्रेडिट करना है. तो डिस्काउंट मिला मतलब मेरा क्या हुआ? इनकम हुआ ना. पैसा कम देना पड़ेगा तो इनकम नहीं हुआ, इनकम होगा. इनकम क्रेडिट, राइट? इनकम क्रेडिट. Is it clear, everyone? Now this is how your transaction has put itself. Now let's find out what is the journal entry. Very simple. The transaction will be journalized as the debit one will come first. That is Mohan, that is Messrs. Mohan Traders account debit. How much? 25,000. Why 25,000? You know, because I am going to settle his account. I am going to close his account. So that is why, remember that Mohan Trader will be taken as 25,000. Let me write here also so that you can understand. We are settling his account of 25,000. So we will write 25,000 and we will close his account. And cash, how much are we paying? Cash, we are paying only 24,000, but we'll close his account of 25,000. Otherwise, it will show that 1,000 is still remaining. Okay, so that is why we are closing it by debiting 25,000. So now his account is clear. And out of the 25,000, 1,000 is the cash payment, and remaining 24,000 is the out of the 25,000, 24,000 is the cash payment, and remaining 1,000 is the discount that he has given us. So we have received the discount. So the journal entry will be Messrs. Mohan Traders account debit 25,000 to cash account. How much is the cash account? 24,000 to, just a minute, yeah, to discount received account. How much? 1,000. Okay, this is how it will appear. Now make sure that your transactions are not reaching the amount column. Okay, it should be far from that. Clear? So what is the narration out of it? Narration means the summary. So what has happened? Being cash paid, we are paying the cash, right? Being cash paid and discount received. Is it clear, everyone? That's all is the narration. Now you should remember that if you modify the transaction, if you modify the narration also, that's not a problem. You can write it like this: being payment made and discount received, or being payment made to Mohan Trader. That is also okay. Okay, no problem in that. Hopefully you are clear of that. Okay, now let's come to the last transaction of this session, that is received commission. So what is the meaning of received commission? Very simple. Commission received means I have done certain work for which I am going to receive certain amount of return. Okay, now what is the return I have received? Here it is commission. Sometimes if I invest money in my in any shares or debentures, I will get return as in dividend or interest. Okay, and if I keep money in my bank, then I will get interest. And if I do some other work, then it can be fetching me commission also. Okay, so here I have received commission. How much commission I have received? 2000, right? So let's see what are the items first. First we have got that first item is commission itself, right? First item is commission itself, and after that the next item is cash. So what we say commission, whenever you get commission, you can refer it as commission received or only commission also, there's no problem. Okay, commission received is a more perfect one. If you write only commission, then also it is not wrong. Okay, so what are the items we got? One is the cash and one was the commission. Now let's find out what is going to happen with it. So we know that cash belongs to, sorry, commission. Let's first of all find out about the commission. So commission belongs to which account? Nominal account. Why nominal account? Because it is relating to regular income and expenses. So it's a commission. So commission belongs to a nominal account, and cash belongs to real account because it is our asset. So it's a real account. Let's apply the rule. So commission, what is the rule? Yeah, debit loss and expenses, credit gains and income. So if I'm receiving commission, so it is my income, right? So income will be credit, and cash real account. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So if I receive commission, so commission is comes in, so comes in will be debit. Exactly, it will be debit. Clear? So ultimately, what did you understand in this particular transaction? What is told? That if you are receiving cash, then cash is coming in. Receiving commission, that means cash is coming in, so cash will be debit. And if you are receiving commission, that means commission is your nominal account and it is income for you, so income will be again credit. So the journal entry will be very simple. What will be the journal entry? It will be debit first. So what is the debit first? Cash account debit. Okay, cash account debit. How much? 2000 to commission account. How much? 2000, right? So ultimately the narration now, what is the narration? That is a summary of the transaction. Being commission received. Okay, is it clear everyone? So this is how the transactions will be helping you. Very simple. This is how the transactions are going to help you. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can contact me. Okay, or you can clarify your doubts. I will share my contact number also over the front page so that you can easily contact me and share your views and share your problems. Okay, then take care. We'll end up today's session here. Okay.